Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Oh, and if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is listed in the description box below. So, now let's see, Virgo, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. Fantastic. Okay, so we are crowned here with the Page of Pentacles reverse. So this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is us coming through with a blockage with our inner child self around prosperity, how we see ourselves as prosperous, how we're moving forward in the prosperity of ourselves. So during this month, we are going to come up against a inner child blockage around wealth or what we value as much as money. Just be aware of it. There's something here that we're going to have a very strong reaction to during this month, and we'll be sitting there thinking, this is ridiculous. This, like, why? Why am I reacting this way to XYZ? And it's going to be because it has that inner child, connection to it that makes us feel helpless, that makes us feel overwhelmed. So when we have that visceral response to something, we feel like, oh my gosh, I just have to run, or oh my gosh, I just have to hide. That's the inner child energy coming through that's wounded and needs to be looked at. It moves us then to the Four of Pentacles reverse. So we're releasing a lot of vampiric energy, a lot of energy around, like, I can't because I'm not successful, I'm not bountiful, anything to do around I don't get to be wealthy, I don't get to be successful. And this is going to be energy that people kind of put in our heads when we were little, things that we have lived through that made us think, I can't be successful. And now we're going to start to say why. But we're not even realizing that we're saying why. We're just saying no. And we could be having a very fierce no reaction to things during this time. So just be aware of that. It moves us to the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Libra, if we have air sign energy in our chart, this comes through very powerfully. We're cutting through a lot of doubts and a lot of fears. We're embracing our voice. We're also seeing the deeper wisdom of us. Everything isn't surface right now. We want to go deeper. We want to look deeper at things. We're also going to be having conversations or very intrigued by things that make us look at things at a deeper level, look at things not just on the surface of what everybody else is looking at, but to go deeper into it, to know the whys and to the how comes about things. We are also going to be seeing that there is a way that we're being forged during this time, a way that we're being driven and, guided and, seeing that, yeah, I can do more than this, or I can achieve more. Wow, those hard times really prepared me for this big time, like for the big times, for moving forward in success, or for weathering storms and staying on my path. It moves us to the Two of Pentacles. We're going to be juggling a lot during this month, and we can be a very good multitasker, but there are going to be times where we just can't. Like, we just need to say, okay, I need to balance things. I need to look at things in this light or in that light. I need to be all in or all out and not keep on juggling and balancing and trying to do everything all at once. So that is going to be very important for us as well. Emotions can run really, really high, especially when we've bitten off more than we can chew, or we feel responsible for more than we can actually get done. And then we can feel that, like, we can feel very snippy. We can feel very argumentative or irritated or just overwhelmed. So do be aware of that. It moves us to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if we're born on the cusp with Leo, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, this comes through very beautifully for us. We're going to see certain things illuminated, our mind illuminated, especially with the Queen of Swords coming into play with the Knight of Wands, that we're going to be looking at things in a very different way. We're going to be very passionate. We're going to be very driven. We're going to find, like, the fire in our belly is really, really turned, like we're really looking at things and thinking, I could do this and I could do that, and what about this and what about that. We are also going to be very drawn to people who are very exuberant, who have a lot of passion to them. Now, we can get fooled during this time too, where if somebody shows outward passion, we're going to think, oh, they have inward commitment, and that may not very well be the case. So, do be mindful about that as well. We are also going to see here with the moon reverse, this is Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th, that we are going to be faced with things that make us afraid, like that we're scared of or that we're overwhelmed by. And it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be that we know, like, oh, I'm afraid of spiders, right? Or I'm afraid of XYZ. It's like, oh, those fears, okay, I get it. But certain inward fears that we don't want to look at, things that can really knock us out of alignment with ourselves. We're going to start to say, okay, like, I can't push you under the rug. Let me look at what I'm afraid of. Or let me look at what overwhelms me. The moon is also going to bring up, whether we like it or not, certain fears, certain doubts, certain questions that we have. And it's going to be, things that were already set in us when we were very little and we doubted and we didn't think we could do this. And certain childhood fears are going to come up during this time. And it's going to be about not seeing it clearly. Okay. It's going to be about being misunderstood or something being shadowed. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be very, very, very helpful for us, because once we start to feel overwhelmed or overlooked or as if we're invisible, it's like, oh, okay, that's the moon reverse coming in. That's the fears. That's the shadows coming forward. I see that. And it's going to harken back to a childhood fear. It could be the childhood fear of the dark that all kids have. But it really is more about being invisible, about, not being as valued as somebody else. So being aware of this is going to be really important. Knowing that you don't have to balance everything, even though you're going to want to, Virgo, you're going to want to balance absolutely everything, keep many, many bowls in the air at once. It's like, okay, now let me really focus on what I need to do, okay, to get to the next step, and then focus on that, and then focus on that. And we can do many, many things. It could seem to others that we're doing many, many things at once, but we have designated, time slots for everything during this time. And then we're moving forward in our passion, in our fire, in what we desire. And we're also just very inspired by the arts, by people's passions. Even if we don't understand their passion, we love passion during this month. It's just going to be something that pulls us in. And we can also be very kind of calculating about things, really have a good head on our shoulders, looking at this avenue of this or that question about that, and really seeing us pull together, new ideas and new inspirations, and cutting through a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of things that had stumped us before. Now we're starting to find the answers and we're starting to see things a lot more clearly. It moves us to our spirit message. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a butterfly in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So good luck to everyone. Hit the bell notification because the announcement will only happen via video on this channel, nowhere else. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. This is sustain. And here we have chicory. I like chicory, it's delicious. And we're going to find that we're sustained through a lot of battles. Like, I'm not saying that this is going to be highly intense, like one battle after another. That's not what spirit is talking about. Spirit is talking about here that we are finding our strength. We're embracing our power. We're embracing our voice. Very, Mercury rules us, energy coming forward. And as we do so, we're sustained through, things that would have once made us run away, would have made us hide, would have made us feel like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't get there. So just being aware of this during this time is very beneficial to us. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And here we have divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is wisdom guiding us. This is divinity talking to us. And this is us being in step with that energy, even though at times we don't feel like we're in step with the divine knowledge. We definitely are. Our energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. This is the Lord reverse. This is Aries energy. March 21st to April 19th is the time frame. This is a dictator. This is a tyrant energy coming forward. So do be mindful about that. This is, my way or the highway. And it can be the way that we were taught to handle, conflicts or problems where it's like either they absolutely listen to me or else, storm out, in a huff type of thing. So that could be an energy that we're fighting against during this time personally, in our personal self. But there's also a real sense here of really we're being released from tyrant energy, from being overly held onto, overly smothered. It's smothered energy. And what we're going to see here is that this was an angry person holding on to be angry and to spread anger. And there isn't a sense of like they're letting go. There is a sense here of we're letting go of the power of their words or the power of them. And so there's more of an inward release that's coming through here. But we have to be mindful about it because we could have had a really difficult relationship with our father or a father figure. So just be very mindful about this during this time because it could have made us very fearful of how we move forward in ourselves and seeing ourselves as successful. And with the Queen of Swords, you had a very positive, either mother figure or mother figure, female role model that was like, oh no, you cut through those doubts and fears, you embrace your voice, you move forward, you succeed when everybody thinks you'll fail. So just being aware of this is going to be really important during this time. And when looking at the blockage of the inner child, we can do the inner child meditation, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and see yourself as the adult you are now, holding your arms open to the child that you once were, and see that child running into your arms, and scoop that kid up in the biggest hug, and tell them I love you. I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. You are safe. You are prosperous. You are successful. You have a golden touch and a beautiful creative mind. And see how that makes you feel. To know that you are success and have been since you were little. We're releasing now negative energy that has clung onto us like sticky burrows, and we're finding ourselves freed. We're finding ourselves moving forward in confidence and distinction of self. We want to do too much during this time, so just be aware of it. Make your choices wisely. Put yourself at your heart, embracing your voice and embracing your passion. And know that fear will at times try to pull you down, but it will not have a stronghold. We can be afraid for a moment, but we can live in the sunshine and the glory of ourselves for our whole entire lifetime. And that's the really important thing. Fire and passion are keywords during this time. And the hunt for the whys and the how comes and the stories. That's really important to us, Virgo. And that's going to really show itself as being important to us during this month. Our subconscious spirit message here is ephemeral. And this is the daylily. And I love that for you. Subconsciously, you're embracing the ephemeral world. You're embracing the spiritual and the beautiful and the you can't quite put your finger on it, right? You can't hold it down world. It moves us to our chakra energy. And this is the soul, this is the, oh my gosh, sacral chakra. There we go. The sacral chakra, and it's reverse. So this is our central energy. This is our spiritual energy. And this is going to be a time where we can have a bit of trouble feeling inspired. And we can think, oh my gosh, same old day, same old thing, different day, same old thing, different day. And that's how our life can feel at times. But as we break out of our fear and as we step into our power, we start to see ourselves quite differently. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And this is Freya. This This is Sagittarius energy, so it can be mindful of Sagittarius time frame November 22nd to December 21st. But this is also being mindful of being out of balance, of not saying the truth to yourself and not seeing the truth, like thinking other people's lies or other people's ways of explaining things are more important than the way that you see it or the what you're saying. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. And it moves us then to the Two of Cups. Subconsciously, we're really moving towards healing, we're really moving towards love and connection, and that is a beautiful thing. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Virgo, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.